Alrighty. Okay. So I'm in for the air signs, finish them off tonight, and then I'll be in for, I think, fire and earth at some point tomorrow. Okay, I'm just going to get right into it here. Okay, so I have spirituality, love, and sex. Oh, I forgot to put 18 plus. Anyway. Love, sex, and romance, spirituality, first card for Aquarius. Here we go. We have the Queen of Earth. So we may have some Aquarians here feeling quite grounded in their situation. Stable is what the word they gave me. Feeling very stable at this point, no matter what the scenario. So next card. Ooh, wow. You know, deja vu. Okay, anyway, Ace of Earth. Is this? I think these are the same two bloody cards. But anyway, I'll have to go look. Ace of Earth, that is about things taking root. I do remember an essence of Aquarian or Libra. I can't remember. It was another air. Last week, having things taking root. They feel quite solid in these roots that are starting. These little plantlets. There's a stability here that's, it feels quite groovy. Until next card is the 5 of Fire, and it's about struggle and fight. So there we go off our calm demeanor. There's some kind of struggle here that hits us now. I don't know. I feel like this is, we may have part of our life that's going strong and sturdy, and then another offshoot here is some kind of argument that erupts. Okay. Wow. That's just out of left field there. Okay, on the Queen of Earth, what do we get to expand on her? Again, we're in the spirituality. We have vision. So a lot of what we're picking up here with this Queen Aquarius, really out of her element here, feeling way more stable than normal. She may have some vision she's investing in, is what they're saying. So we may have a perception of our future here that we're going along the path and makes us feel quite stable and grounded. Now, on this new things taking root, what do we get there? We got individuality. I feel like this might be, that bird is just sticking right out there. I think that this might be the focus that we have on ourselves. All of these, now, give me a minute here. I'm kind of getting lost in all this. Yeah, that is grounded stability. We have a vision of the future, or dreams and wishes, whatever. Things in the future, we have a vision of the way things, we want it to be. And then this root card here is really saying that there are little seedlings that are starting to sprout here in that direction that they want to have happen. But we may be focusing, or universe may be focusing on their individuality in order to, I feel like this card, in order to really help that along, the individuality has to be taken into account. And I'm going to stop using that word because it's not precise. But basically what we're talking about, dealing with the self and how our uniqueness is really what I'm getting. And how we need to go outward in that. I feel like we have a vision for the future, and they're saying we just have to integrate ourselves more fully into that as we go forward, and things will just continue to keep going down the road. My hair, it just looks like I put a helmet on or something, but anyway. Okay, fine. The fight card, now what is this all about? High Priestess of Spirit. This is interesting because this brings on that higher sense of intuition and also connecting with faces that are, so when we're talking about guidance, we're talking about not only spirit guides and whatnot, but we're talking about people that have passed on and whatnot, trying to contact us to give us messages here. Now, that fighting energy, I feel it's still not clear where that sits. So I'm just going to go another line here. This may be inner conflict, okay? But I'm not square on that. Just give me a moment to keep going. Now on the vision, again, we have a vision of what we want for our future in whatever direction, love, work, or just life in general. 9 of coins. Now, yeah, we may be feeling quite stable in our, because that is about, talking about individuality, that is about feeling quite groovy in who we are and what we have accomplished up to this point by ourselves. We may either be a single person or investing in this energy at this time, or maybe continuing to do so in the future as well. We may have a sense of feeling really good in being single and going forward in that is really what I'm getting. Okay. Now, individuality, what do we get there? Knight of Wands. Okay. Because this was those new things that want to take root. Okay. And again, I felt like it had to do with our unique signature and kind of fine tuning that, spiritually working on things to help us evolve here. And we have the Knight of Wands. So this may be a character, the new direction that we're headed in, or it could be the action that we want to take outward. I do get that. Actually, I get the Knight of Wands is not an actual person, but the energy that the Aquarius wants to take outward. They are realizing their uniqueness as an individual. They're also realizing their power within this, and they're willing to go outward quite energetically, right? Knight of Wands, he's all out there. He's going, he's galloping, he's on the move. So we may be moving and shaking in our atmosphere here. Now, the High Priestess of Spirit, again, we may have some messages from in our dream time, is the sense I'm getting from, like, watch your dreams. If you're having any about dead relatives or anybody that has passed on that might be having conversations with you at this time, because as much as you think they're a dream, they are very real in a different universe here. Now, again, that energy, where does that go? We have the 7 of coins. No. 7 of coins. She's looking at all them coins. Are they ready to be picked? Can I harvest them yet? Da da da. There's a need to wait for something here. This may be where the energy comes in here. The struggle is like we are struggling to wait. It's like this Knight of Wands, he wants to move. He don't want to stay still, and he wants to go. And the sense they're giving me is that's the struggle. It's like, I want to get going. I want to get moving. And there's something here intuitively, like messages. We're getting messages, and something's not sitting right here. But anyway, 7 of coins is about kind of waiting for things to mature, harvest, da-da-da, something here that we're waiting on. It's creating quite the internal or even external struggle, okay? Okay, so next, 9 of coins. What do we get there? Oh, actually, this is, sorry, I'm zoning out here. Yeah, so basically we have someone who's single. They're wanting to move forward quite quickly, and whatever it is that they're waiting on, they're just having to wait. It's creating kind of chaos in their life, and I have a feeling they're not going to want to wait. But nonetheless, there's a vision here of a future, and they're wanting to rush forward into that. Now, the native card here that I have for the native spirit, we have is a shapeshifter. Now, that's interesting. I'm going to read from the book on this. Yeah, shapeshifter. I'm not getting anything intuitively other than the darkness. Like, things are shady here. There's some secrets or things that aren't revealed that should be revealed is the sense I'm getting. But maybe that's going to come in the future is what I'm getting, right? Because the moon in the day, right? Okay. See what the book says here. It says, you can be anything you desire. Let go of attachment to your identity. Well, now that's interesting because they were giving me a sense here that we are really learning our identity, like our uniqueness, our individuality. We're learning this. So I don't know. This is conflicting with what I'm getting, but nonetheless, we'll go through this. Shape shifting, let go. Okay, anyway. Experiment with different ways of viewing reality. See the point of view of others. If you haven't been able to manifest your dreams, maybe you need to shift the way you see the person or situation. Your native spirit wants you to know in earth-based cultures, shapeshifters had the mystical ability to transform into other forms of consciousness. It's sad that these beings are not imagining that they were changing into a specific animal, plant, or stone. They could actually morph into another shape. Just because most people today don't think this is possible doesn't mean that it's not true. That is very correct, I must say. This card chose you because it wants you to know that your past does not need to equal your future. Simply shifting your point of view or your belief system can bring an entirely new destiny into being. There is a lot that is unsaid and unheard and unacknowledged. And I know there's a movie out there about UFOs and whatnot. In that area, there's a lot there that is just, and again, just because we never heard of it before doesn't mean, because when they talk about shape shifting, usually on the 3D plane, that speaks to, being two-faced or shifting our personality to suit another, which is no good spiritually. We have to be at one with who we are and go outward in the most authentic way and most altruistic way. I want to comment here. Yeah, changing. Oh, that's what it was. Okay, sorry, I got it. They say, well, changing into a specific animal, plant, or stone. I was walking down the street the other day, and they showed me this butterfly, and it was yellow, white with black. It was amazing color. It was so tiny, though. And then it just stopped at my foot, and then it took off, and I was like, yeah, they can do that. They can go into, and I don't know if anybody's seen it, the movie Lucy, where this woman, she kind of evolves into oblivion, really. And yeah, all of that stuff went speeding through my head, and all I saw was the fact that, yes, when we die and pass on, right? And people go, oh, I see ladybugs, or I see, and it reminds me of my grandma, and da da da. And then one was sitting there, and it was just sitting there like they should have left, da da da. They can envelop that animal, that their spirit can go and take over that animal. They can go into, because we all are. And the funny thing is, we can do that on Earth, but they think it's so far out of whack that they just don't try. So these are things that I have gone into worlds here and seen stuff. Again, can't speak of it because it just would not be believed or accepted, but it doesn't mean it's not possible. And I feel for the Aquarius, there's things out there. Oh, man. Oh, I'm going to get it for this. Just because you don't see it doesn't mean it ain't true. That's your reading. Okay. Okay, next. Into the love and sex side. Let's see what happens. Okay, Aquarius, first card on the romance. We get six of wands, canes, whatever you want to say there. That is about, she's taking her birdcage and off she's going. She's leaving. Departing is what they said. There's a depart here in some kind of a romantic kind of way. Okay, she's taking her stuff and off she goes. Next card, two of wands. That is, I attune this card to mean that there's a dude here, he's putting something on his lapel or whatever. It's just a very sentimental, these two are very sentimental to each other. So a friend that we highly, highly trust for our secrets, like a confidant, that kind of thing. I'm getting a sense here that we may have had someone that we told a lot of secrets to, and this may be what we're departing from. This could be. Next card. 19, and that is the Sun. And that is about unions waiting to happen, is the sense too that I get from this. Also happiness that we can see, but we may not be able to feel as of yet. Again, just because it's not in your physical universe doesn't mean that it's not real. Okay, next. On the 6, about moving away from something here, we have the Two of Pentacles. Okay. Now this is about juggling things. This talks to, you know what I think it is here? Give me a minute. I feel like this Aquarius is actually moving away from juggling. I feel like they're going to make a decision that's going to balance things out. Because usually when the Two of Pentacles is like keeping things in the air, like I got stuff over here, I got over there, and we're doing a balancing act here some way. And I feel like this card is attached to this, meaning we are going to no longer juggle things. So that means insinuating that we have to give something up here in order to go in a certain way. So on the Two of Wands, and again, I get a high sense of a confidant here, somebody that we tell our secrets to, someone that we trust highly. We get this Six of Cups. That is about past. We may have a past person, childhood friend is what they said, that may be coming into view here. Either memories of someone like this in our past, or someone that we have fond memories of that is returning. Okay, now on the 19, again, a sense of uniting is the word they gave me, but also a sense of happiness in the air. But it's like we can't grab it or touch it. It's really the sense I'm getting here, highly over the reading. On top of that, we get the Page of Wands. Now, that's about exciting news. Now, this guy's kind of pensive and thoughtful. He's thinking things over. It's a little more less exciting than most. We may have news we want to tell, or we may get news from a friend that from the past, that we took, how do you say, that we had in high esteem here, really is what it is. Someone we trusted, really is what they're saying, from our past comes forward with some messages for us. Okay. And this, I don't know if this is directly related to that, but the sense here is the Aquarius is kind of balancing a whole bunch of stuff here, and they're ready to drop and make a decision is the sense I'm getting. Okay. So on the Two of Pentacles there, with the Sex cards again, 18 plus. 8 of Cups. Now, 8 of Cups is my Dreamer's card. These two are dancing in the courtyard, and though they look great and wonderful, it is set for me that it's kind of a dreamy kind of a thing. So again, I'm getting a lot of like in the head, or I don't know what the deal is here, but spiritually they're going, man, it's not so dreamy. It's more reality, but just because we can't touch it. So either we have someone at a great distance from us that is feeding into a dream of ours. Okay, on the 6 of Cups, what do we get there? We get the 10, the Wheel. This is faded, by the way. Whatever comes down here, highly faded. That 8 of Cups is always about someone being in their head and romanticizing things to a high degree. Now on this page, what's he doing? 3 of Swords. That's about a triangular situation going on. That is about a couple here. Now we have a couple here that is in a dress and somebody that's dressed. So somebody that don't fit. We have a situation where this man and woman seem to be engaged somewhat, and there's a person on the outside trying to peek in. So this is kind of like my third party card, but it's like that third party has no right to be there. So I'm not too sure what's going on there. We may have, this man seems to have made a decision here with this woman. They are highly engaged here in stuff, and this woman's on the outside. So it's almost like this woman, you know, Yeah, we're going to go further here. I got the infinity cards. We'll flip it all over. Okay. 8 of Cups. What's going on there? Chemistry. Yeah, we got chemistry with someone, and I get that we're not physically in their atmosphere. Like either they live far away, or we maybe have an internet thing going on, or texting, or you know, something electronically, right? Because I mean, now we're really not getting together with anybody unless they're in your same area. So there's someone here that we have a high chemistry with, seems to be, and we have to make some decisions about. Okay, now on the wheel again, something here faded. On top of that, we get old school tradition. Just a minute, I gotta go back one. Yeah, well, see, old school. What do you know? Because didn't they say something like school friend or something? I can't remember now, but they did. It said something like an old high school friend or something. So anyway, there's school again. So there might be someone that comes from someone from your past that comes forward that maybe you went to school with or something. I feel like this and this is different energy. This is faded, this person from our past coming in, but I don't know it's the same person. Now, on the 3, what do we get there? 0 separation. There it is. Okay, so these two are highly this one here, this is separate. Then oh shit. Sorry guys. This is separate than all the okay. Distance, right? And what does it show? Like these cards, they cut to the chase, right? So there's distance here with someone we enjoy quite highly. You know, they may be tied to someone, or someone may be tied to them, but the feeling here is that this person is tied to you, because I'm presuming that's you. And then the other person's kind of noses out of joint, but they have no business being there. You know, they don't belong there, or they'd be in that room naked too. So they're not. 0 separation. So that's, yeah, emphasizing this is at a distance here. Just give me a minute here. Because there's somebody from our past coming forward here, an old friend is what I'm getting. That's kind of separate. I don't feel this romantic tie there now that it all come through. And this is the 6 of Cups, talking about nostalgia and memories, happy memories we had with this person. It's fated that they come back in our life at this time. But again, I don't get romantical kind of feelings here. And old school tradition, well, I feel like that, you know, they may be very traditional type of person, but here I feel like they're referencing the school. They're going, it's old school stuff, man. Like, you know, so on the 2 of Pentacles, yeah, we had did we have the Wands dude? I don't know. He fell out somewhere. He had, on the decision, yeah, there's something about a decision of something in our head that's kind of up in our head, and there's chemistry. Okay, let's keep going. This one was in here somewhere. Okay, next line of sex cards. On top of the 8 of Cups. Again, this is about dreaming about a lover, and it's just, there's no groundedness for it, but there's some chemistry here. It might be someone on the internet that we're just kind of, how do you say, romanticizing in our head, right? An ID or something. 6, the Lovers comes on top of there. So this is more than just that. We've bridged some gaps here, literally. Sorry. Sorry. Phone sex and all that is what I'm getting at, okay? Yeah. This is, but we're not met in person is the sense I'm getting. But we're very intimate over the phone or over the texting, whatever. Okay, there's a lot of stuff going on, heating things up there in the beaker. Okay, next. This friend, what happens there? 6 of Cups. See, again, I'm talking about old memories of people in the past. Somebody here is thinking about us that's from our past. We have fond memories with, wants to either get together or whatnot. Now, you may be getting together with someone else. And again, I don't feel so far that it's someone that we have a romantic interest in, but that might be what they're after. Okay. Now, next, Three of Wands. Again, the separation here is high. I feel like these cards are all the same. There's one person here and then one person here. On top of that, we get 13 is the Queen of Cups. So that is about being in our emotional center. She is the water, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So not that it doesn't have to mean that element, but it can mean someone who's highly prone to giving in a relationship in a caring and gentle, kind way, this kind of thing. Someone is prepared to do that is the sense that I'm getting. And I feel like these two here, one of them's Queen, you know, one of them is giving, right? And that's that. So sorry. But there's someone from the past coming in. Kind of left field here. Okay, now on the Lovers card, which, you know, so there's quite a bit of intimacy. If we have a long distance thing going on, there's quite a bit of intimacy here. To the degree it feels really heavy, meaning it's heavy because the person's taking it seriously. So we may never have met this person, but the intention or what they're giving me is that we feel very much like, I don't know, like we've crossed a lot of borders here. Like I can't explain it. Why are my words escaping me? Hold on. Like it's very intense is what they said. So on top of there, to clarify one more, we get the Six of Cups. Now that's interesting because that spreads that energy here to everywhere. So give me a moment. Okay. We may have two outlets here for people wanting to come toward us in a loving energy. Now this Six of Cups, this is something here from our past as well. There's another person from our past wants to share. But there's a person from our past we might have been intimate with at one point. Thank you. There's two separates, right? There's one that's coming after us for to give and receive here on an intimate level. And we have a lot of chemistry, a lot of attraction in that area. Seems like that person is offering. Now, there's someone else here that I feel if they haven't come forth in this week, they will be coming in the next 2 weeks, and they will come forth and they have just fond memories of you. And I'm really, there's an offer of love here, but I don't know that it's intimacy. Okay. I'll say love and a confidant because this card sits so high here and it's like best buddy, best pal. So I don't know that it's, like it may be opposite or whatever your deal there. Maybe opposite sex, but like a, how you say, platonic. Okay, non-platonic, platonic. Okay, next. On top of the Six of Cups, like what? A lot of, yeah, past life. They're going past life, past. There's two soulmates coming. There's two people here that we have past life energy with. That's what they're telling me. Okay. One is hard to take. Eight of Swords are going, we don't want to deal with, we don't want to see, we don't want to, it's creating, we may be walling off to them, or it's creating a scenario. They're taking me back to that Two of Pentacles. Just give me a minute here. Maybe creating a situation that we're juggling here something, but there's the energy. It was good until we put this card down, right? Past. Now we put this card down before I said, oh, they're ready to make a decision. Now it's hard to make a decision. It's harder, okay, because of this energy. Before this other person come in. It was easy before. Now it's hard because now they got a choice of two. Okay. Now on 13, we have the Queen of Cups there. That she's the one that's going outward and giving all her energy outward. We have the Eight of Pentacles about working hard to achieve. Yeah, we've been working hard on a relationship that has been at a distance is really what I'm getting here. And we may have had another person pop up in our midst here. That it's there's something here we don't want to see about it. Now, I don't even know who we're talking about here because this energy is tight. There's someone here that the Aquarius, I feel, is in lust with. And then there's someone here that they have a softer energy of love and caring and devotion. They have worked hard in a certain area here. Another area, not so much, but there's a feelings there nonetheless, and they're all coming to the surface. Okay. Now, the animal card. Polar bear. Wow. Talking about ancestors, and I got that right from the beginning here. There's something about ancestors. Again, look to your dream time. Because from this card as well, I was getting a high sense that we've got either, what do you call that? Relatives that are in our dreamscape trying to tell us or talk to us, send us a message about. And it may be about this directly, this situation of these two partners. It may be to do with that, about making decisions in that way. My eyes. Ancestors, yeah. Now they're giving me a weird feeling about intuition on top of ancestors, on top of this anxiety. Like maybe we had a dream and it kind of showed us something that was against what we were going to choose. So, but we have to look at that. What is that? This is what I'm getting. Like, somebody may have had a dream about, like, maybe, okay, back it up. Okay, first of all, you have a situation where you're in your life, you're juggling something, could be work, relationships, whatever. You're kind of having to make a decision between two. You couldn't do it before, and now something happened, you can do it, or you couldn't do it, or you could do it before, now something happened, you can't. You're trying to make a decision to go in a certain way, and then something happens in your dreamscape or your intuition that tells you to do otherwise. Okay, now there's something here about the validity of what our ancestors are telling me, because they're going, they are valid. So whatever we have a dream, if it's contrary to our reality, we need to take that into account here. And the sense they're giving me is they're trying to get us to take another lane, pick another lane. Like we may be going in a lane here and it's like, pick the other lane. So I don't know, something about that, something about looking at that, a decision that needs to be made. So check out your dreamscapes there and see what comes about, because there's something hidden in there that we need to take into account and may throw us in the right way. Like we feel we're going in the right way, but yeah, something about a decision here that needs to, nonetheless. Next. So that was Aquarius. Okay, so the next one is Gemini. We're going to start off with the spiritual energies. First card, 9. This guy's making his rounds here, this heart-centered place he wants to come from. This is about the growth of the heart and the heart feelings and the emotions that come with it, and the movement. Yeah, they're feeling like the Geminis are in the activated mode. But give me a moment. It's like they know what they need to do and where they need to go and how they need to act. But it's either they're getting blocked from doing it somehow, or they're procrastinating on it. But I'm getting more it's a block, and it may be about working within the spiritual side of themselves to get it, and that's just not where they're looking. The Gemini's not looking at themselves. They're looking outside, and they're trying to, it's like they're banging on that door. There's just nobody answering. So there's something here about the development of the heart needs to happen first before they make any progress where they're butting their head here. Now, next, interestingly enough, 4. Yeah, that's interesting, because that is a card. Like the bull, right? Taurus. That reminds me of Taurus and They're holding that brick out. They let go of that brick, that whole thing will come down. You know, and his arms kind of tore up there. So there's a sense here in the heart center. We've kind of took a little beating here, is what I'm getting. And we're holding things together, but it's just very fine little thread till everything falls apart, is what I'm getting. And hopefully we don't have any supporting cards for this, but the sense is we may have a facade going on in whatever kind of way. Okay, next. 20, desire. Yeah. Ooh. Our heart is trying to warm into things. We're holding things together here, and I feel like the heart is heavy. It's heavy. We've got a lot. It's like, somebody playing a part here when behind the scenes is just not what's going on. Like, and desire looking in the other direction. So either we have desires in another direction and we're trying to pretend that we don't, or trying to hold up a relationship when we don't, or our partner does, and this is all steps from crumbling is really what I get. Now let's go to the next level here. On top of that heart card, we have an oath. Oh, wow, that's why it's heavy. We took an oath and we took a beating. They're going, we took an oath and we took a beating, and now we can't we got to stand up for our word because that's all we got. This is kind of the sense they're giving me now. On top of that Taurus-y kind of card, trying to keep it all together while everything's crumbling around them, is the High Priestess of Air. That is your element. And I feel like there is a need here to communicate highly, but I don't feel that the Gemini is going to do that. But I feel like that's the weight. Okay, the weight that bears down on them from not communicating is really going to crumble everything to the ground. So the High Priestess of Air, I see her as being very stubborn. I will not speak. I will not. There's an oath I feel like they're trying to stand up for. But at this point, I feel the universe has given them a few towers saying, okay, we got to go over here. And they're going, nope, because I'm standing up for my word. And they're going, well, is it really worth it here to keep this word at this point? We're trying to get you for your highest good, and we don't see it being in this direction type thing. No. The desire. Complicated. What do you know? Well, it's complicated. So we may have children, houses, marriage, licenses, this kind of thing involved. It creates havoc when suddenly we can't go where we want to go. We have to stop and deal with the law. So, oath, High Priestess of Air, and complication. So, 11. Take note of that. So we may have a partner here that we have mirrored, is what they're saying. The mirroring effect. There's something going on here with that. Now, as we move into more cards, on the oath, what do we have there? The Tower, yeah. And I could feel that before I even moved it. So another one's going to fall. And I'll tell you, that's a lot of strain on this guy. Can't deal with one more tower. Nope. But it's coming. So all that we have held up for so long is really going to lose its, they're going, there is no stability. It's going to lose its ground. So it's clear, so we can clear the way and go where we're supposed to go. We're kind of holding off the reins here for so long, but it's got to go. We got till February, guys. That's it. If you're in a relationship at that time, you're in trouble. Like in a relationship that you're not supposed to be in, we're in trouble. Now, the Hermit. Yeah, that need to talk, right? And I feel they're going, this is in resistance, by the way. They're going, there is a need to look inside. Again, we're not looking at ourselves enough here, our part in it. What did we do here? No, I don't know, but I got to keep things afloat is the sense I'm getting. Not good. So it's a crumbling here. It's really what's going to happen. Now the complicated, can we clear that up? Any 8 of coins? Yeah, we're working hard. Oh, here she goes. Don't start. Okay, 8 of coins. working hard on the complications here, trying to keep everything. We're expending all our energy trying to keep this float. It's pointless. They're going to see that this week or have seen it already and are no, a lot of these people it's going to be next week or the week after. We are working hard to kind of save face here, but it's going down. You can work all you want, but when it's down, and that's it. Then you don't have to work that hard anymore. They're saying after it's over, you don't have to work that hard anymore, and you'll be relieved. This was not for your highest good anyway. Whew, heavy. So some Geminis here, definitely resisting transition or resisting a decision that needed to be made for quite some time here. Just they're not doing it. Okay, so the native spirit card, Sweat Lodge. And that's when you go in there and you sweat out your impurities. You release negative energies through your skin, and it purifies the body. So this is the sense I'm getting. We're going to purify this soul. How? Get them away and get them into something more pure that is for their highest good. It's not for, this is impure, is really the sense I'm getting. No. The book. I'll go buy the book. Sweat Lodge. What's the message? Yeah, the tower's going to hit here. It's the stubbornness. We just, like we don't know when to give up. And so it's too bad, they said, because it really, there was, points here. Well, yeah, points here where it could have been a lot easier. Nonetheless, lessons learning, right? The Sweat Lodge, cleanse yourself, your body, mind, and soul. Purify, clutter, clear, let go of objects and relationships that no longer serve you. Purify the body, go within, meditate, talk to Creator, and give thanks. The native spirit wants you to know the sweat lodges are small dome structures covered with skins, blankets, and mud, in which very hot stones are placed in the center, and the water is poured over the stones so that the steam arises from the rocks. Thus, the lodge with its hot steam is used for purification ceremonies as well as a place to commune with the divine. This card chose you to tell you that it's time to clear out the clutter in your life. Sometimes clutter can be things in your closet that you don't love or use, or sometimes clutter can be outmolded relationships or habits that no longer serve you. The clearer your inner and outer space becomes, the easier it will be to hear the sweet messages from your soul. So yeah, and I've not been in a lodge like that, but I've been in makeshift, and that time when you have all that steam that just encompasses, you can't see your hand in front of your face. It just tones you out. It takes you out of reality, and then you're able to get into that place. Like some people need visual stimulants like that, where it clouds everything, you can't see anything to focus. Some people need musical. I do very good with audio clearing, meaning like high pitched noises and whatnot, frequencies. They clear my head out, so then I focus on nothing, and so that's part of that. And I feel like that is kind of the native way of saying clear the way, because your highest good is not where you've been, really. So now we'll go into the sex side and see what comes out there. First card on the romance, again, still with Gemini here. No, this isn't Gemini. Where is it? No, this is Libra. Where is it? What the hell? No, this is Gemini. Sorry, I'm just losing. I made two piles here. Aquarius, Gemini. Yeah, geez. Okay. I'm back. Okay, 6 of Cups. Whatever. You know what I mean. I have to put in the number. I found myself saying like the wrong signs, and I'm like, oh, I'm talking too fast is what it is. Okay, so 6 of Cups. Okay, Now, on the romance side, this talks about people out partying. They're in groupings of 2 here, couples, okay? Some people getting inebriated here, so watch your step. Usually, this card signifies, be careful what you do in public when you're drunk, because, somebody may be saying too much or telling secrets about in the marriage and whatnot, and then it gets out, or we may just be embarrassing ourselves. So be careful when we're out in public with the drink. We might get into trouble that way. That's what that is. Okay, next. Knight of Pentacles. So you may be dealing with an earth sign, or this is some kind of stability here. They're going incoming. So there's an earth sign coming in the picture here. We may be someone we celebrate with or drink to a high degree with. Now, next, oh yeah, romance. Now, this is the dud card. Put it in there when there's stuff here that's faded, and it's so faded to the degree that we cannot let you in on the details. That is that card. So there may be an earth sign or someone with these traits of stability, financial success, working up the corporate ladder, that kind of thing, and is very highly independent and secure in his wealth. And again, he makes stable offers as well. I feel he's kind of out of the blue. He doesn't fit. I feel like I'm talking to a couple here, like Gemini within a couple, and this guy's out of the blue and they can't tell you what's going on with them, but he's a character in the play. So on top of the 6 of Cups too, we have 8 is strength. Yeah, they're going, it is taking all our strength. We're all away here dealing. We are putting a lot of work and effort in, right? And just a minute here. Yeah. And again, they're showing me this card as well. It takes a lot of strength to keep this going, okay? We may have someone here too that is a drinker or is drinking a lot because the relationship's not satisfying, and they know, like, how do you say? No. Like, to avoid the relationship or dealing with anything in it, but we're drinking. We're both drinking. They're going, we're both drinking here. So this is taking all our strength and all our whatever. Okay. On top of that Knight of Coins, we have the Queen of Wands. She is someone who attracts a lot of suitors. She's very beautiful, and she is very much focused here on attaining something. She has a wand that she has in front of her here, in the sense they're giving me is guarding ourselves. Aries, Leo, Sag. We may be giving money to an Aries, Leo, or Sag here, is the sense I'm getting. Because it's throwing it in there, and it's like it's going to her. Okay? And it may take our strength here to deal. Like, there's something wrong here. Next, on top of the Romance Tarot, which, none of your business what happens here, we have the Emperor. So somebody needing to take a stand here, and it may have to do with money matters, may have to do with standing up for something here. Somebody's trying to avoid, maybe trying to avoid a relationship by drinking or going out and partying or whatever. It's taking a lot of strength for the other partner here. I feel like the Emperor is Nico. She's ripping up my couch. Is having to do with taking a stand here in some way, that it's taken all our strength to stand up for something here, and it may be in the finance department. Okay, next. On the strength, we have the Ace of Cups. Now, again, this is about a new direction, new love in a new direction that is very much based in emotional center. On top of the Queen of Wands, we get the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is my lover's healing card. There may be some emotional healing that needs to happen either to this queen or to that knight, having to do with intimacy issues, whatnot, having a bearing here on what's going on. Somebody here in this relationship is going off in another direction. And there's healing that needs to be done, but there's a lot of love that's going no matter. Now, on top of that Emperor, which I feel is the Gemini, gathering their last resources here. Oh my goodness, would you look at that? That's the Emperor, and this is the Empress. They are a pair, just not of the same deck. No, that's not the Hierophant, is it? I'm trying to think. No, that's the... Yeah, 3 and 4. The Emperor. And this can be an Aries sign as well, with the, but these two are a mated pair. Now, it's interesting to me. They're making them mismatched. There's something about a mismatch here. Now, either we are in a mismatch or we are going to someone that's a mismatch. I don't know. But somebody here is being intimate with two partners. These two are not the same. Okay, there's a partnership here, a new direction that somebody's taking that is very much on an emotional level. And then there's some healing that needs to be done on another physical level here. And then there's a pairing here but there's something missing. Okay, so we're going to keep going. Well, Infinity cards, boys. Okay. The Ace of Cups, what's on there? Expansion. Okay. So when we get that balloon, that talks about like evolution process. So we're going in a new direction with a new love. And this energy it's a very expanded relationship. There's a lot of room to grow here. This kind of thing is what I'm getting. Now on the 8, this I feel is old energy of stuff that we had in the past. We may have some intimacy issues that we have to heal from. We have a rival. Okay, here we go. Like there's people coming left and right here. Now we had a couple. The Gemini was attached to this person. Okay, now they went outward to find new love and a new direction because there's a lot of emotional satisfaction here, and we can expand quite highly. That other person, they have someone arriving in their life. Now, this is pointing, but they're going, no, this is correct. We have a rival for both partners. So if we're together, both partners are going to get stung by the love bug. But it seems like one's got it first, and the other one's going to follow quite quickly behind. Yeah. Wow. This is not meant to be together. It's not all these towers here, like this tower, they're going, we should have been out long time ago. It's going to make it harder to deal with the new relationship, but there will be no going back, meaning there's a high attraction factor on both sides. One's being secretive about it. One's kind of, no, I'm not. And they're lying to the point where they're lying. This is going on, but one person's going, I don't care, I'm going in a new direction, and that's it. And that person is expanding their consciousness here through this new relationship because it's a higher frequency. Everything's above the pay grade here or whatever. Now with this Emperor and this Emperor, I gotta figure this out here. What card do we get on that? Addiction. Ooh. Yeah. So we may have both partners addicted to each other. Like they may be obsessed with these partners. While the universe had to throw some towers here. What are the towers? High attraction to someone else. Why? Because you're not supposed to be with the one you're with for this long. We finished our karma. We did our whatever. It's time to go. We didn't leave. Now the universe has pressed the attract button till hell won't have it. And it's like, we got to go over here. So both parties are looking at things outside of the relationship. Again, I got one person here is veiling and going, no, I'm not, but they're seeing someone or engaging in something here. There's an addiction to these people outside of the relationship that they're in. And they're going, yeah, that's because they're supposed to be there. But they're still hanging on to a relationship that shouldn't be. So this is what's going on. Okay. No. Amen. Okay. Sex cards number 2. Okay. I got to fix these because what did I do here? I got to leave the Emperor and Empress. These 2 are puzzling. They're puzzling me because they're not of the same. They're going, don't take that out of the equation because they're not the same deck. And I said, well, I never noticed that. And they're going, in this case, there's something off here. So they wanted me to note that. So this is the thing. We got someone here who's healing intimately. Another one here who's feeling emotion highly. The expansion was on these 2 because there's a lot of love and emotion. These 2 sorry. These were addicted. It's reversed because we were hitting up over there. But anyway. Okay, so now on top of the expansion card, we have 10. Okay. Reversed. Okay. Here is the sense here, right? We need some healing, sexual healing here. Meaning, there's a partner that we were with that we had a lot of issues in the bedroom with, okay? We may have had an addiction to them or an addiction to sex or addiction to something intimately. Now, there's this, I mean, all his swords are laying flat on the floor. The title they give this one is kind of like we may even have problems getting aroused, let's put it that way. And so there's this sense here that we can no longer in this direction. We do not carry any more passion at all. It is gone. It's done. So there's a certain area here that a masculine can no longer go because there's just no attraction there. It's on an emotional level, but there is an opening here for emotions in a different direction. So on top of this Emperor energy, we get the 2 of Cups again. And that's highlighting that connection of someone that we feel very mentally connected to. That's adding mental to emotional, all of that. Because I feel like one's dead and another one's starting. And then on top of the 8, this is interesting because this is the new direction. The 8 of Pentacles is talking about the maid is there. He is sick. So she is trying to counsel him and make him feel better. But it is kind of like a platonic thing. That's not what I'm getting back here. I mean, this is definitely not platonic. But I think the energy they're wanting to come across with is the fact that these 2 are here to support each other in a physical and non-physical way. It's not just all cups and whatever, right? Yeah. And he is healing. So he is needing to be tended to in a different way than just physically. And it is affecting him in that way. So there's a sense of understanding this from the partner. Okay. Thank you. Now, 10 swords, 3 of Pentacles. We get to expand on that. So the sense I'm getting here is this king and this, I'm going to take these 2 out here because it's this Emperor and Empress. They're working highly together is the thing. And I think why they're saying something's missing here is the healing from this man to be able to give. Again, he can't, he's not ready. So the sense here is that we're going to work together and they're going, that energy goes back to that nurse saying, okay, she understands fully and completely where he sits and he is quite out of energy, but there's a great expansion here and there's a great like look how huge that is of like that's your cup and most of them are little tiny cups. Like there's a lot of love here for this person So the sense is that they'll overcome it, right? The expansion. So there may be some intimacy, literal intimacy problems here, but they expand to work together to try and fix them. Now, on that energy, yeah, they have the sun, and they'll be quite successful and joyful in that. It seems to enliven and enrich things to a high degree. Now, right on top of the 8 there about talking and communicating, so what do you know? The wand of passion is back. Oh man, these are just because he lost his wand of passion there. It's leaning on the couch and it's strung up, like there's if it has to stay up by itself, it can't. So what's going on is they're working together, you know, on the side of sorry, I get all cheesy with it. Working together on the side of communication, like the love from the deeper place than just physical. Give this, take that. It's, this woman is understanding him like a nurse understands. Like, I will give you what you need, and I won't pressure you. I don't, And then that is, like a balloon rises, expanding in this way. Sorry, I can go for days. Okay, I'm done. So there it is. The wand of passion is back, and there's success there. So there's a great camaraderie with this new relationship forward. The bottom line is here, we just need to find our forward and start moving there. Now, the animal card for this week is the dog, and it talks about companionship. Boy, this guy's making his rounds. And right, what are dogs? Nothing but loyal. So we may have had some unloyalties in our past that has created this scenario where we couldn't do it. Now working together forward. Yeah, because the 3 of Pentacles is the apprenticeship. You're trying to work together to gain new skills, And the new skills are, how do I love again? How do I feel passion again? Well, this one here, she told him, and guess what? It worked. So, and it's all about, part of that is about companionship and the feeling of loyalty and whatnot. But within the friendship, kind of seems to bring it all back. So it's kind of groovy. Started off kind of, heavy, holding things up, but all we have to do is let go of that and go in a direction that's more suited. Whew, okay. Next, now this is Libra, last but not least, spiritual card. First card, King of Water. It's about emotional man. He takes charge. Okay. They want me to read. I don't even know where my book is. It's right back there. Okay. They want me to read. So guess what? Yeah, he's someone who's skilled in his emotional center. So there's either you are carrying these traits or your partner, but I feel like it's the Libra. They're trying to gain skill in their emotional areas here. It's a little out of their box, but they're willing to go there. So that says to me, because I'm feeling like aligning. We want to align this quite highly. We want to, right? That is Libra. Get everything in line here. Just give me a minute. I'm finding King of Water. There, 298. Oh, my nose is... Okay. Calm, contemplative, insightful, balanced, protective, nurturing, possessiveness. So it can display a negativity of possessiveness. I do not feel that. I feel very, how do you say? I feel very compassionate with this guy. He represents a strong man who's calm and protective, like a safe harbor in the storm, and nurturing, caring father who embraces no gender-specific role. He is willing to be both mother and father, nurturer and protector, homemaker and provider. As a partner, he's loving, supportive, gentle, but passionate, and a sensual lover, someone who is not afraid to explore and experiment. He is both sensitive and thoughtful, but never weak or soft, and he exudes strength. He is who he is because he chooses to be present and caring, adaptable and fluid. He loves, nope, it's not, she's telling me to go to bed. It's not time yet. Loves to use his senses because to do so is to elicit an emotional response, and he's willing to look within to explore those emotions to increase his understanding. So, yeah, that's great and groovy. Strong yet sensitive, right? Kind of, that's the code word there, strong and sensitive. So there's somebody like this, or we're focusing on this. Now, I think it's going to turn into somebody that is in our outer, but I feel like we're trying to do this as well. If this is someone, troublemaker. If this is someone in our midst, I think we're mirroring them, is what I'm getting. Okay. 9 of air. Again, mental mechanics here. The mind, there's new neurons that want to fire here. Yeah, this is a partnership. I'm seeing they're going masculine, feminine. I did not notice that. If you look at those eyes, they are two different kind of eyes. One's like an animal pupil and the other one's a normal human pupil, like a cat. Interesting. Now, okay. I think this is the pairing. They're wanting to state that. We have a person here of all those qualities, a strong person here who has a softness of emotion about them, but not are they soft. They are not soft. They are very emotionally mature is really what they're getting here. Now, I get a softness coming from this one, and also new things firing in new directions here. I feel like I got something coming out my nose. That's weird. Sorry. Anyway, there is, yeah. And it may be psychic gifts, intuitive abilities, this kind of thing. Her hands are lit up. They got this is kind of like a healing, peaceful, calming vibe I get there. Sort of truth is down. So we're not speaking, but I get a high sense here. This woman is very active. And the sense is that it's in otherworldly realms. Okay, just bear with me here. Now it's interesting to me. He's got the goddess symbol. It's kind of showing the masculine and feminine. Either way, it is ingrained here. So we have a balance of masculine and feminine within the emotional, being balanced within the emotional state, but also within masculine and feminine, and above all that. Now, they're making me aware these are dragon, what do you call that? Seahorses. And these things have the loyalty, the connection, this kind of thing. It is interesting to me, the energy they're shooting at these. I have a hard time putting it into words, but it's like this is, if I were to say, I would say it's a masculine feminine thing. This would be the feminine, this would be the masculine. They're going, no, they're balanced. They're both balanced in masculine and feminine. They're going, the symbols of the eyes and the being different is internally, this woman carries a lot of psychic gifts. She may have acute accuracy into animal kingdoms and whatnot. Nico, no. And he has unique abilities in a whole different way, but together they encompass so much a broader spectrum of all of these weird gifts. Now, this is amazing. Healing abilities in this woman. Animals are highly significant. She can communicate with animals quite highly. They are attracted to her quite highly, and she can heal them as well as humans in this way. This is a gift she's been given, and the sense they're giving me is this is only the beginning. We are expanding to higher degrees here. Now, these may be a true twin flame pairing, as I would see, because this masculine has abilities and traits in a whole other sphere of things, not any less powerful, but on different things. Now, a sense here of now they're showing their energies quite separate, so I'm going to do that. But with this masculine, they're wanting to highlight the emotional center. This is the last phase of the processing for this one. It's lagging behind. We've had some setbacks. Now, they're showing the two things going off in different directions. Seems to be, man, are you kidding me? Yeah, just give me a minute here. There's a lot of stuff here. Now, if you look at this symbol at the bottom, how it looks like a heart or whatever, like they're showing me the Trinity. Now, when I think of Trinity, how you say Father, Holy Spirit, all that, and the two things coming off of there, right? That is signifying the splitting of the soul, but not soul, right? They are two figures, right? Look at, she's there, he's there. They're two figures, but they came from the same seed. Okay. Now this masculine feels that seed quite highly. He is the root of the seed. She is, this is weird. I don't, okay, keep going. So she has great healing abilities. Quite in awe people are going to be of her. This man, he carries the abilities. They're internal in a physical way. She is very in a mental way. Okay. So I can't even. Maybe I'll do a reading this week in the Infinity Room and expand on this energy alone. I'll bring the two cards out and we'll go down the pyramid. Because this is just, this to me would be a true twin flame. Yeah. And there's something here about this one and her abilities and needing him to, how you say, I'm getting it. Needing him to activate her. She is activating and they are going for and each other. Okay, I'm just going to leave it at that. This is too much. Okay, those two. So this would be a true twin flame as I see it. Now, next we have the perception. They're going, put that in the middle. Okay. Perception card. There's a dark perception here. So, somebody or both could be in illusion as to they're going one here. This one has a perception of a dark energy. Just give me a minute. Oh, the puzzles I got here. It's interesting to me. They're going twin flame, but they're going, look at the frequency, and I feel the frequency. I'm feeling this frequency. Super crazy. This one, super different. As I see it, I feel like they're not the same frequency. That cannot be at a twin flame. They have to be the same frequency. And they're going, nope, not necessarily. There are levels of things here that we're not taking into account. So there's something here, the way that I perceive energy blows it out of the water. I can't even. So, and I think I'm pretty acute here, or I'm learning to hone my abilities. So, and they keep pumping me up here. So I'm just not sure, but I'll expand. Anybody who wants to know, just come into the Infinity Room and I'll expand on it next week here. But for now, there's a sense here that this person here, who may, well, in fact, be the feminine, is having a perception problem when dealing with this one. This one here is trying to keep in line. Okay, we're going to continue. Now, on top of the King of Water, we have the fulfillment. And I feel like they're going to prophecy and fulfillment of prophecy here to get these people. This may be more than one. to see each other in the right light. The King of Water is highly driven to fulfill this prophecy. This one, not so much. Okay, this is what I'm getting. He's highly driven to get to her, but there's blocks here. And because of those blocks, she's perceiving that it's not meant to be. Okay, but the blocks, instead of the person, the blocks are the things that need to go. So he's worried about the fulfillment of the prophecy. Now, somebody's going to relate. The perception, what's going on there? There's a hope here. There's hope. And I feel like it all comes from the masculine side. We have great abilities of yet to be unfulfilled because the masculine's not in the proper position, is what they're saying. Now, next, choices. Yeah, and choices are going to be made. Now, interesting where he's looking. Or she's looking. The sense here is that we're seeing everything here. We got the black to white. We're seeing everything. He's worried about the fulfillment of the prophecy, but there's something missing here as well. What the hell's going on? So somebody's got a written path here dealing with a high vibrational frequency. Someone who may be a master healer, a superpower in the way of energy frequencies. Okay. Now the hope here lies in between the fulfillment of her to make the right choice and him to fulfill it. But what's going on now? Next, on top of the fulfillment card, which is that masculine energy that I'm getting, we have the Justice. And that usually, I mean, it will the way that it will, you know, like there's a higher power here taking over is what I'm thinking. It's like we can no longer leave it up to the two here because it's creating a line that might split. Hope. Somebody's losing hope here because their perception's a little off. They're not getting the right thread. Next, we have the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is about success and victory. Victory dance. Yeah, there's trouble here, but it's almost like we can get over it, but it's still nail biting, right? Is what I'm getting. Now, the choices that need to be made by this one is where I feel like the nails are being bitten. And choices, again, seeing everything, but the perception here is clouded. We have the World card. And look at her light up, right? Making me see that light up and that light up. There's justice that needs to come down for this character here somehow, some way. Or are we going to get justice in the relationship forward? Okay. Okay. We're going to go to the Native Spirit card. What do we got here? Spirit of Fire. Oh, okay, I'm going to read that. Yeah. See, when I look at a campfire or whatever like that, it's like, where do you send all your, like, and even today I was in a counselor's office and they gave me a paper and it said, you know, if you're feeling down and you just want to, you know, therapeutic, write things down on a letter and then get rid of it. You crumple it up, burn it, whatever. And that was the thing there. It's like getting rid of the things that are negative. And then when I see the Justice card there, it's about creating a balanced frequency here. Spirit of Fire. She's just gonna go. A minute here. Spirit of Fire. Air. Nico! Oh, my feather fan. Shit. Neeker. She did that. I can prove it. Oh man. Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. I'll make another one. Don't worry about it. But you know those ones you buy them in the store, they won't go after those. They go after. You having a good time? To give that back. Oh, bugger. Shit. And you know what? She doesn't do this when I'm not on film. It's like, oh, she's mom's quiet, so let's do something. Spirit of fire, where did it go? Earth, air, fire. Okay. Yeah, I know, and you're not getting it back. Card meeting. Transformation. Take risks, face your fears. So that maybe some fears here in the cycle of these two meeting or coming together. I feel like they need to, yeah, there's fears in the way. Just because you always done something in the past doesn't mean that you need to continue to do it in the future. Try something new. Change your routines and habits. Reach out in new directions. The Thunderbird is rising in you. Out of the ashes comes new growth and new beginnings. Your native spirit wants you to know. In native cultures, fire was thought to be a gift from the Creator that carried the power of renewal. Fire can maintain life and it can destroy it. It's the warmth of the tribal fire, but it's also the thundering lightning bolt that casts down from the sky. It can purify and transform, and it can annihilate. Fire represents your life force, the spark of life within you, and also the pure white light within you. The spirit of fire invites you to take some risks and face your fears. We often are reacting to situations because of preconditioned responses based on our self-generating definition of self. Self-generating definition of self. Every time you change an old habit, even changing it to a different breakfast food, it helps you begin to step out of a limiting definition of self. Purification by fire creates transformation. Take care and keep your energy in balance. Fire that burns too brightly burns out, but a fire that's left to smolder dies. Wow. And you know what's interesting is I just last week started doing that unconsciously, I guess, or whatever. Started, it's different eating habits started. Obviously, I got a weight issue. So it's just, better things, right? I never had to look at stuff like that. And so I waited till the last bloody minute. And I was doing that. It's like first thing in the morning, I grabbed my cappuccino. So I'm taking out the cappuccino, I'm putting a vitamin drink, and changing the routine, right? Doing things different. So there's something here about that. I'm sorry, I was just a very intense energy from the beginning, these two. And it's world, and the sense that they're giving me is that these two, yeah, maybe I call them firing up the grid people. I call people that are light workers like beacons. And then the beacons are all connected to these points where, I don't know if I should be saying this, but to these points where they have grid connectors. And those frequencies, there's super high ones in some places, and then there's just regular, and then there's just regular, and they all fire up certain frequency grids in certain areas. I feel these two are very much a hub for a lot of other connectors. Now they're not connecting in the right place is the sense I'm getting, and we're behind schedule. We're behind like 2-3 years ago. I was predicting stuff that's happening now, and it's like they're going, yeah, it's not because we're that good, it's because it's behind. People are not moving. So just to be aware of that. Anyway, that is the heavy duty on the Libra. Okay, so if that's in your chart, and if you have any weird stories, healer, master healer is really what I get here. And the weird thing is this man is just as powerful, but in different ways, completely different ways. The masculine, feminine it can't even touch what it is, but it's in there. So on the love and sex side, first card, we have the Queen of Swords. Well, what do you know? She's not too happy, this one. She's been through a lot of pain in her romantic procession here. She's been through a lot of heartbreak, a lot of turmoil and whatnot in relationships. That sword is at her feet, symbolizing, you cannot pass unless you bear truth to me. Next card is the Three of Cups. Now that is about, okay. That is about a man going in a brothel. He gets satisfied and he walks out. There's no emotional connection here. We're not looking for high spiritual stuff or even a mental connection. We're just going in and get physically satisfied and walk out. Now, the interesting thing is, usually you attach this energy to men. They're attaching it to this woman. They're going, we have had so many stabs in our back and in our front that it's just, this is the energy that we carry. We just do not have a lot of emphasis on the spiritual side of things. Though, I mean, if we're still talking about the same energies here, this is shifting, but this may have been where we come from. Okay. This may have been where we were. We were at a place here where we just did not get anything from a connection on a physical, other than in a physical way. Next card is the Eight of Swords, and there's a sarcophagus there. It's about deep sadness, grief, and sorrow. We may have had a lot of depression in our past. And usually when you are healer or master of such, you do have to go through dark night of the soul, as they say, or depressive states that are beyond normal. So I get a sense that maybe the masculine and feminine here, both, but they're focusing on the feminine here, and they're saying we did not prioritize love or sex highly. We just do not know what love is, and we had a high sense of depression going on here. So to expand on the Queen of Swords, we have the King of Wands. That's interesting. This is the masculine side now, right? Look at how they go. Now we're going to explain his energy. Next card. Four of Swords. They're going, this is current energy, by the way. That is past for the feminine, correct? So this is energy. This man is in stasis, kind of healing, trying to gain energy back. Now, again, are we? Yeah. Okay. And then on top of the sarcophagus there, again, this is separate. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Now, Queen of Wands is very passionate. They started on their path, very passionate going forward. And whatever they wanted, they got. Now, they are in a hold pattern right now. And the sense is they're not getting what they want. Now, on the King there, he has financial stability. He has attained this, yes. And he has like a castle to prove, right? So there's a sense here that this man carries many benefits, whether wealth and stability and prosperity, and also passion and adventuresome and whatnot. Like there's a great balance here that's struck in this man, that because usually if you have a wand energy, you kind of lack the stability or whatever. It kind of, but they're going, no, he's kind of got it all. So here we go. So there's all good stuff to say about the masculine. He's just kind of resting at this point, but he's got it all, just waiting to put it in her direction, I guess. So on top of there, we have the Two of Spades. Look at it spell itself out here. So there's a sense here of, they're telling the story. We're telling the story about these two, the masculine and the feminine. He has made an offer to this woman, and though she is quite coy and I wouldn't say shy, but she's kind of she's not jumping at the chance, but she's sniffing the flower, and he's quite enamored of her and willing to give her flour and whatnot. And he's got his cape on and the whole bit. So on top of the Four of Swords, we got, look at this 2-2. Nice. Two of Cups. That's the heart. There's heart here. Great heart here. And great devotion or passion and a mind connection and a heart connection. Very high. Wow. Okay. What do we have on the King of Pentacles? We have the High Priestess or High Priestess. Yeah. That's the energy of someone who is highly, why am I losing my words here? Someone who is very instinctive. They know a lot about this realm here. Like this woman knows a lot about the mind and what it can do, and yeah, they go. These two might even have a telepathic connection. I'm noticing her playing footsie with the cat. There's a sense, though, she may come off with a great demeanor of because the High Priestess, she kind of holds herself in secret. She doesn't speak a lot, but she knows a lot. Only speaks to those that she feels deserves. And there's a sense of an inner playfulness in her that maybe only this guy really truly sees in, or it's something unique that is in her that he may never have seen before, something like that. Now, Infinity cards. So we got 222, by the way. That's funny. So the two of where he's, handing over to invite her. He's basically, you're pretty. Do you want my flower? Kind of thing. We have them watched. Sorry. That's not even. Anyway, he's being watched. So he may have watched her for quite a while, or she may have noticed him. But the thing is trying to get together here is the sense that I'm getting. There's high curiosity here. He's really keeping an eye on her. Okay, so the Two of Cups. Well, what do you know? Soulmates. That's, I don't think I do have a flame card like for passion, but I don't think I have a twin flame card in my deck. I made it when I was very cynical about that. So this is as good as it gets for this deck. So that is a coupling that is highly aspected. Okay, so it's obvious these two are soulmates. There's no two ways. Now, on top of that High Priestess, we get a King. And that is my married man. So it seems like along the way here, yeah, it's interesting. That's a symbol of a married man, and these two get together. So somehow, it's interesting to me. He's looking all the way down the line. Okay. Last row. Sorry, I'm a little out of it today. Four of Cups. On the Two of Spades, again, the offer going forward from the masculine to the feminine. Will you sniff my flower? Okay. He may have been watching her for quite a while. Four of Cups we get on top of there, and that is about people that have they just finished the deed and they're communicating. So there's a sense here that not only are they very comfortable with each other in the bedroom, but they have a high ability to communicate well, is the sense that I get from there. Now, on top of the soulmate card, we have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles, about kind of showing off. There's a sense here that someone may be showing someone else off, or we may be, yeah, it's the show off card. Now, we've got it on the two of them. So there's either they like to show off to each other or, I feel very highly like, yeah, there's a sense of showing off. Like they're proud of each other to the degree that they want to show each other off to other people. And like, see what I got, see what I got. You know, like there's a sense of pride in the partners. Um, yeah, it's interesting. Anyway, on top of the 13 here, and that's the king. He is a married man, by the way. So we have a high priestess here. Married man, so that's the coupling of the two. So somewhere down the line here, these two either get fasted together. We have the four. This is interesting, the Four of Wands, which is basically this card again being watched. Sandwiched in between here. Yeah, this Empress, she is being watched highly. The king, by a king that's married. I don't know. I think it's okay. We're going to go one more line here because I'll make sure. The Four of Cups, what's going on? They just finished and they're still actually talking about the evening and whatnot. Just wanting to, the sense they're giving me is just wanting to be with each other all the time. So when they're done, they don't just get up and leave. They sit and they, mingle a while. They linger a while. And they just want to stay in each other's presence all the time, but not in an obsessive way, but in a like a groovy way. So on top of there, we get the Nine of Cups, which is, about wish fulfillment. And I feel like here they're basically saying, well, we fill all our cups. They've got only four here, but they fill every one of these cups for us. Each person does that for the other. There's a sense here, Libra, coming across something really good. Now, on top of the show-off card, we get a Five of Swords. Now, this is interesting because that's victory at the expense of someone else. So, give me a moment here. We may be trying to override someone here, is the sense I'm getting. Trying to one-up is what I'm getting. It's weird because we got a lot of love here. These guys are soulmates, but we may be trying to one-up each other in the... I don't know. It's hard to explain. Like in the department of like showing each other off, like they want to do better than the other partner. I don't know. That kind of doesn't fit. But on top of the Four Wands, the lovers. Yeah, it's just love all the way. Now, they may have some... Oh, okay. They're going ego issues. Okay. They're going, it has nothing to do with showing off. They're just saying we have some ego issues here within the relationship period. End of story. They do make our wishes and dreams come true. They are a lover. We prize them quite highly. We're very comfortable in all areas. But they're the sense here, the power couple, hey, they're giving me. They're going, that means they're two very powerful people in the same room. That we got ego issues. So that's what they're making me aware of here. Okay, to end it all off. The goat, how fitting. Talks about reliability. Look at him tower over that homestead. And I feel a great protection with this card. Huge protection. And that may be part of struggle here that we argue about is there may be some high, possession. They're going possessiveness with this one to the degree it, but they're going, this is the way it was built. So we cannot fault him for that because he is doing what he's built to do. These are the two powerful partners, and I would say that is a twin flame pairing. And I will expand if I can remember in the room this week sometime, or next week sometime, on this couple, because there's so much energy flowing. It just blew my hair back. I couldn't even capture it all. And I'm like, and it's screwing me up for the rest of the reading. So there's a lot there to go over, but I'll have to pick special cards and, use specific decks that they tell me. Because I actually zone out, I meditate, and they tell me, use this card for this, use this card, use these decks in this way. And so then I go, okay. So we'll go in and inspect those two. There's something about their union here that is a little bit delayed or a little off. But they're going, we cannot stop fate. And that is the thing. It just will become a little bit delayed. That's all. So that is the readings. Holy Hannah. For, what do we got here? Yeah. The fire the water and the air. But this was the air. So, sign off, kids. Okay. That's for air signs: Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. Take care, have fun, be kind. I will be out tomorrow to do the earth and fire.